just sad when you film and you're like, oh good, I'm getting around to this, I'm excited to be doing this, I'm excited to be doing this, and then something goes wrong. But in any case, I also talked a bit about just how I feel about spicy food. I've always really loved it, and I think what I'm really waiting for, I love these chips, but what I'd really love is if there were a spicy habanero flavored corn chip. You know, that's vegan, obviously. Dairy free. No milk powder, that's the hard thing. No milk powder. So, yeah, I'm really excited to do this with you all. I'm very sad to have lost the beginning because whenever I eat chips, like, I mean, this is only my second time, but it always devolves. I'm just like wrecked by the end. Like, I get really irritated right here from the spice. Yeah, my skin gets kind of inflamed. I'm not too terribly self-conscious about it. What I'm really self-conscious about is getting the chip dust on my fingertips, or like you seeing the food in my mouth. But yeah, like how my skin and my nose and everything react to spicy food, I'm not too worried about that. It's just, it said it's very perceptible on camera, probably more so than it is in real life. You can see everything. So I thought it was fun to just like see that progression. And now you're just seeing it at the end. It's annoying, but oh well. So I'm sad about that, but I'll just have to, again, do another one of these videos very soon. I'm always happy to eat my spicy chips. So anyway, oh, and I talked about my jaw, my crepitus, the jaw popping. It doesn't matter. Gotta let it go. But in any case, one thing I do want to repeat from the lost segment is this is a mukbang. So I hope it goes without saying that if you don't like videos with a lot of mouth sounds, chewing sounds, crunchy sounds, looked it up before and then forgotten. You know, when you are confused about something and then even once you look it up, it's too easy to convince yourself that it was the other one. Like, the confusion lingers and it vitiates, it taints even your revelations, even your epiphanies, because you confabulate, you like misremember it, you're like, oh, the way I was saying it was wrong and this is the right way, or it's all too easy to flip that. I especially mix anything binary. I mix it up, like, I'll say left when I mean right. So that's an issue when you look something up and you're trying to figure out if it's one thing or another. I find if it's one of two things, I'm more likely to, like, forget what I discovered or If you can't tell, this was another component of the request. So someone asks me, how many chips are enough? I can very truthfully say, I can't get enough, 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 enough. I can't get enough, enough. I can't get enough, 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 enough. I can't get enough, 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 enough. I can't get enough. I can't. It's like that meme. I can't take it off. I can't get enough. Enough. Sorry, really don't want to dust on my hands or any schmutz.